Yeah, so this week the work kicked in. This isn't going to be an especially dynamic vlog because I'm really tired. This week the work kicked in properly, basically. I had 2 problem sheets due in on Friday, and I spent a lot of time in the library. In fact, almost all my time in the library. So this week, on a day-by-day basis, on Monday I had my rehearsals for my wind band, Tuesday I had my meditation class, but I also went to formal hall at Worcester College. Now, the nice thing about, well, one of the nice things about having multiple colleges is that you can do that kind of thing. You do what's called formal swaps. So I invited my friend over to St Peter's last year for a formal hall, and then I went over to Worcester on a Tuesday night, which was really nice. Apparently they have a Michelin star chef on Wednesdays, but because it was Tuesday I didn't get that. But the food was very nice. It was nice to catch up with my mate. Nothing terribly interesting happened on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, it was almost like a microcosm of life here generally, because on Thursday I had my first tutorial. I had a tutorial on the vacation work that was set in atmospheric physics, which was a bit different to normal because in the undergraduate part of my degree, which is to say the first 3 years, you only have tutorials with people from your college. So I only had tutorials with either one of the persons from St Peter's or all of us together or individually. But now, for atmospheric physics, I think there was 6 or 7 of us, all from different colleges, ordering the option. So that was a bit different. And the feel of the class was a bit different. It was an hour and a half long, and it was a class rather than a tutorial. But that's the first one under the belt. We're sort of into the swing of things now. Then we had a Physics Society talk, which was possibly the most interesting talk I've ever been to. It was by a guy called Julian Barber, and it was called Does Time Exist? And normally when it comes to these kind of talks we get 20 to 30 people maybe turning out. This time we had a full lecture theatre. It was unbelievably popular, and when we put the food out for nibbles afterwards, it wasn't pretty because there was just like a stampede of people. But people enjoyed themselves, and it was a very, very interesting talk. If he's written books about this kind of thing, actually, and I think I'm going to go and read some of them, because if they're anything like the talk that he gave, they will be extremely interesting. Then, because I had 2 problem sheets due on Friday, I decided basically to just stay up on Thursday as late as I needed to make sure everything was ready. And yeah, I did. I think I left the library at 3:30, and I sort of settled in for the night. I got like food supplies and like something to drink and all that kind of stuff, and then like halfway through the night I decided to sort of rank things on a thumbs up, thumbs down kind of system. I don't know if, I genuinely don't know if that was like getting cabin fever or if it was just me trying to find an excuse not to do any work. But yeah, like Thursday involved an awful lot of work, but it also involved a lot of the fun stuff that you do here, and the Physics Society talk is an excellent example of that. Then on Friday, well I suppose technically on Friday I was still doing the all-nighter. Then I went to the gym and I had my University Challenge tryouts. Those two together, incidentally, on about 2 hours of sleep. Not great. But yeah, I was on the University Challenge team for the college last year, and the idea is we select a team of 5 people, 4 main team members and 1 reserve, who are put forward to the university round. So Oxford's only allowed to put forward a certain number of colleges, and so the University Challenge like producers come to Oxford and do another series of tests to determine which colleges they want on, and it's a mixture of interview and aptitude as a team. But at this stage this is choosing the college team, so I had to do a 40 question round, which was very difficult, and I know that I got through to the second round, and I don't know when that is, but that's something I'm going to be keeping posted on, because this is the last chance potentially for me to be on University Challenge, and it's one of the shows that I grew up watching and I really, really want to be on it. Then on Saturday, I slept in very late because I was recovering from my all-nighter, and then went to see Skyfall with a bunch of friends from college, which was so good. If you get the opportunity to see it, do, because it is fantastic. Then on Saturday evening, I went to a house party at a friend of mine who graduated from college, but still lives in Oxford and is working at another college in their development office. And that was great. I was dressed as a zombie. And my friends, as always, were incredibly supportive of my YouTube efforts.
If you put this on YouTube, I will f***ing murder you.
This is so going in my vlog. Oh, he's gonna kill me. In awesome news, I asked my college to buy in a copy of the Theoretical Options sort of major recommended textbook. I think given the width of it, quantum field theory in a coconut might be more appropriate. And they bought it within 2 weeks. There was 2 copies in the college library. So, just where else are you gonna get that? Come on. But on the last video, and I think the video before that, a couple of people asked some questions, so I thought I would go through them now. Do I have a job, and is it something that other people in Oxford do? No. The only work which you can realistically expect to be able to get in Oxford is working at the college bar, which pays well. It's something like £7 an hour, and I think they're 3-hour shifts. No, 4-hour shifts. The bar's open from 7 to 11. So that people work at the bar, and you can also get a stipend if you're a bar manager or bar treasurer. Other than that, people don't have jobs because you cannot expect to keep up with the workload here, which is immense, and do a job at the same time and still be sane. Nobody I know has a job in term time, at least. What most people tend to do is they'll do part-time work outside of uni term time when they go back home. I'm not just being lazy, honest. Can I do a tour of my accommodation? Well, actually, on the college YouTube channel, there is a video which I'm going to try and put here? Yeah, here. About accommodation in St Peter's, which includes a room tour of a freshers' room. I will... Am I going to give you a tour of my room? Can I be bothered? It is very messy right now. I managed to frame this video, I think, so I avoided the worst of the mess, but it is really messy right now. Maybe next week. Somebody also asked that they deleted their comment subsequently about formal dress in Oxford. Now, what we call subfusk, you know, I don't actually know what that stands for. Oh, well, according to Google, subfusk comes from the Latin for of a dark/dusty colour. Basically, it's full academic dress. So, in the studly picture of me here, it's basically a dark suit, so either dark navy or black, white shirt, white bow tie, gown, and a mortarboard is carried. You do not wear your mortarboard, that is very bad luck until you graduate. No. But when it comes to events like Formal Hall, well, what we do at St Peter's at least is you just wear something reasonably sharp and then you put a gown on top of it. And when I went to Worcester on Tuesday night, they wear suits with gowns, but not full subfusk. Subfusk is worn for exams. It's also worn for when you matriculate and other really big uni occasions that I can't think of. Right, I'm going to edit this together. I will see you next week.